Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is chocolate covered strawberry by Dunkin' Donuts. It's really tasty. So that's what I'm having for my morning coffee today. And we have a beautiful rain going on outside. Very nice and refreshing. I have the doors open. I can open my new kitchen window. It's very nice. I can hear the birds singing. It's just a nice, gentle rain. I don't know if we're getting storms today, but the high temperature is going to be 82, which is very nice. I can deal with that. So we're going to have a couple of days now, I think, of a little bit cooler weather. And then I believe it's going to be going back up into the 90s again. So today would be a good day to work in the garage a little bit, get some things done. I think I'm going to break down all those boxes and just keep a few for the donation. I don't really need a pile to the ceiling of boxes. And I do have packing tape, so if I run out of boxes to put things in for the donation, then I'll just put a box back together. And then I can keep the boxes in a more contained fashion until I'm ready to put them out in the garden and get some mulch. And I'm going to check into Home Depot and see if they'll deliver it for free, or I may have to pay a delivery charge, but I think that would be worthwhile too. So that's a project that I need to get done before it gets too muddy out there and the dogs start dragging in the mud, which I've had much experience with in the past. So I really want to get ahead of that. I really don't want that all over the house. So anyway, I'll work a little bit and rest a little bit today. Yesterday it was nice. I didn't do a darn thing. Nothing. I made myself a meal. I didn't empty the dishwasher. I didn't fold my laundry. It's still sitting in the dryer. I needed a day of doing nothing. I did water, and I pulled a few weeds, but that was the extent of my activity yesterday. So I have this Bridgerton berries and cream. I have a little bit of that left that I want to use up, and I think that should go nicely with the chocolate-covered strawberry coffee. I love that we have all these really tasty creamers and coffees. Can you hear the cardinal singing? That's so nice to be able to open the doors and the windows and get some air in the house rather than all closed up like a refrigerator. But I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for the air conditioning. Cheers. Needs a little more creamer. In my younger years, I loved the heat. Absolutely loved it. Hated air conditioning. But as I've gotten older, especially the last, I would say 5 years, I've come to appreciate the air conditioning. Let me taste that again. Yeah, that's good. Well, that cardinal is very happy out there. It was so cute. My neighbor and I sat out a few days ago. It was like the week before last, something like that. And all the baby birds came flying out of the woods, and they were all learning to eat the bird seed. They'd hop on the bird feeder. and there were a bunch of them. There were so many baby birds hopping around the yard. It was really cool. So I really like my bird feeder. That was a nice gift from the people that sent it to me in exchange for a video. So I really enjoy that. I need to get a bird book though. Some kind of a bird book. I know you can look it up online too, but that seems like a lot of bother. So sometimes I just like having a physical book in my hand as opposed to looking everything up online. I mean, you can learn almost anything watching videos, which is really nice, but sometimes a nice book that you can sit in a corner and read, or look at pictures, or just think about how it can relate to your life is really, really nice. At least that's my opinion. And I hope the newer generations don't lose that ability and just rely on online all the time. I know that's the thing, and I'm online a lot. I have to admit that. In between my YouTube videos and watching other people's YouTube videos, and I do look up a lot of how-to things if I don't know how to do something. So, you know, it's a great thing in a lot of ways, but in other ways, it's not so great. It connects a lot of crazy people with crazy ideas. So that is the downside of the internet. But I guess you're always going to have that. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee now, and I'll meet you over there at the budget book. Okay, back at the budget book. Well, yesterday I did not spend any money, but I did put some things in my Amazon cart. I'm still trying to arrange my living room so that it's the most cohesive since I got the new TV. Things have sort of changed a lot in my living room. So I want to make it look the best that I can. And, well, I'll show you what it is after I get it and put together. So I'm still thinking about what it is that I want to accomplish in that little reading corner of mine. I have shelves I'm going to put up in a certain spot, and I just want to store some of the not so attractive things inside drawers and cabinets. So just to keep things organized and looking good. So I did get a couple of things that I had ordered on other days delivered yesterday, and I'm very happy with what I got. So that was nice. And so today I probably will order what's in my cart after I do some more measuring and make a definite decision on what it is that I want to accomplish. So I'm still in the process of downsizing, but I'm also in the process of redesigning my home to make it more comfortable, to make it make more sense for this stage of my life. It's like when people have to redo their home because they have a disability or whatever. I mean, that's not what I'm doing, but I'm doing it so that I can make it easier to clean and also easier to make things more accessible, if that makes any sense. Now, the room that has the most stuff in it is my kitchen, because I have a lot of open shelving there. A lot of that stuff I use, and I do like that look. So I'm not making a whole lot of changes to the kitchen other than decluttering my cabinets once again, but I probably won't do that until fall. But my living room, I spend a lot of time in there as well. So I want to make it as attractive to my eyes as possible. So that will require me to spend some money, but I'm not getting anything real expensive. Sometimes it's just little things that make the biggest changes in what you're trying to achieve. So I'm setting up my garden, my garage, my food stash, and my house the way I would like it. And I'd like to get all that accomplished this year so that I can relax a little bit and not have so much work to do all the time. But that requires me to do twice the work right now, which is okay because I know it's going to be a short-term process until I achieve my goal. So I hope that makes sense, what I just said. And then I'm going to carry on with that. Now, one thing that I want to do to save money is get more into dehydrating. And there's a website, it's called a YouTube channel. They also have a website. It's called Dehydrate to Store. And it's the letter 2 instead of T-O. And they have a lot of really good information on there. I personally don't like to can. I think it's messy and I just don't like it. But dehydrating, I really enjoy dehydrating things. So she gets into storing things, how she stores them for both short and long-term storage. And she has the nicest food storage section. She stores things in mason jars, in Mylar bags, you know, I mean, she has the whole gamut, but I just love her mason jar storage area where she has all kinds of things dehydrated. And I want to learn a little bit more about that before my summer harvest comes in. Now, I know I'm not going to have a ton of produce. I tried not to overplant, but I'm going to have more than what I'll be able to eat before it goes bad. So this is what I want to get into. I have some mason jars that I need to sterilize and get ready, but I think I'm also going to need to buy some mason jars, and I want to do that before the fall, when everybody else is buying mason jars, and there might be a shortage of them like there was a year or two ago. So I want to get ahead of that and make sure that I have plenty of what I need to store my things. So, all right, well, that's my plan for my budget and saving money on food, because for me, that is really the best place where I can save money, is how I shop and the kind of food that I buy. Now, being a vegetarian, I don't have to worry about storing meat, but there are meat alternatives that I do want to continue to keep in my stash. So, all right, I'm going to carry on with my day. Well, we have some very nice rain going on this morning. It's nice and cool. I don't know what the rest of the day is going to do, but I'm appreciating the fact that it's raining and I probably don't have to water today. Yay! My elephant ears are really, really growing big. It's like I can watch them every day get bigger. Same with the wisteria. I'm going to try and keep the wisteria just to this area, just to shade this chair, and the rest of it I want to keep open. So very thankful that we're getting some rain. I had all these carrots and I have some peppers yet. I think I'm going to freeze some of these because I'll never be able to eat them before they go bad. And I'm using my J&J Holmes ionizer. It's supposed to get rid of a lot of the bacteria on the food, and it seems to work nicely. So the company was really nice to send me this for free. If I remember, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. So, yep, it's nice. The gadget did its job, and there's all kinds of debris floating on top of the water here, so I guess it works. I don't know if you can see that. So, okay. Well, this morning I'm pickling some carrots. They're just baby carrots that I had that I need to use up, and a few peppers down at the bottom. So I just took the smallest carrots. I left most of them whole and stuck them in this mason jar. I have some of this pickling spice that I really like from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to use half a tablespoon of that and half a tablespoon of this pickling spice from McCormick that I got from Walmart. No, it was from Mark's, I think. Anyway, this was $5 and something compared to $1.25, and I know I like this, but they don't always have it. And I have some pink salt here that I'm going to put in. So the recipe is very simple that I'm using. It's equal parts water, vinegar, 2 tablespoons of salt, and a tablespoon of sugar. But I'm going to change it up a little bit. It doesn't call for the pickling spice at all. So I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of a combination of these two. I'll put in 1 tablespoon of salt, maybe a little bit more, like a heaping tablespoon. I cut the vinegar down to 3/4 of a cup, and the water I'm using a full cup because I don't like it too sour. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can play around with the seasonings that you put in your pickles. So that's how I'm making mine. I'm going to bring this to a boil, let it cool a little bit, but while it's still relatively warm, I'm going to pour it over my pickles, let it cool completely, and that's that. And you can add whatever spices to the mixture that you want. I'm probably going to add a little bit of turmeric. I usually do. And I don't know, I'll see what else I come up with. But that's the basics that I'm going to make. So easy, so simple. If you have produce that you want to have last a little longer, turn it into pickles. Alright, well, I let this boil for a couple minutes to soften the garlic, and I want these garlicky, cinnamony tasting, so I added a few other ingredients. If I remember, I'll put it in the description box below, but taste your brine before you pour it over your veggies to make sure it's to your liking. Now I added more water to this because it was just way too vinegary for my taste. So I'm cooking this on my mini. So that comes in really handy for little batches of stuff. Now this will probably be too much brine for the 1 jar, but I'll save what I have left and put that in another jar and add some other veggies to it. I'll bring it to another boil, and then I'll pour it over what other veggies that I have. Quick and easy, very delicious pickles. to your own taste buds. There we have it, 1 jar of very quick and easy pickled carrots and peppers. Just make sure that your veggies are all covered with the brine and leave a little space up on top. Now I'm going to let this cool off, and then I'm going to stick it in the fridge. And I want to eat it within the next couple weeks because this produce wasn't the newest produce, so I don't want to leave it in there too long. But usually it'll last a couple months if you have super fresh produce. So, yeah, that was easy peasy. And I saved some carrots for the dogs and froze the rest for soup. Right, well, here's my garage project for the day. I'm not doing too much out here today. There's still quite a bit that needs to be done, but I just want to break down these empty boxes, put them with these empty boxes, and save most of them for my garden, and order some mulch. So once these boxes are broken down, I'll have way more space in here. But I still need to clean up this corner over here. I need to pressure wash that table. My grandson left his pressure washer here because they didn't finish the driveway. So, yep, that is my project for the garage today. That shouldn't take too much time, and it'll help make the garage definitely look way better. I still have this pile to go through. This is decor. It's mostly Dollar Tree decor. I want to make a little something out of this bird cage to hang on my deck. So, but that'll be a project maybe for tomorrow. I don't know what the weather's going to be tomorrow, but yeah, I'm breaking it down into zones, into small projects that hopefully I can get done soon. Making progress. I've been working in my kitchen this morning, and it's now 1 o'clock already. I'm still in my jammies, but I want to get out to the garage still. I just went out there and showed you what the project is for the day. But right now I've been working in my kitchen making the pickles, and I need to clean up some dishes, so I won't get out there for a while yet. But somebody was asking what kind of sparkling water I buy, for those of you that don't like water, but you don't really want to drink pop. I buy this, and this comes in lots of different flavors. This one happens to be peach. It's one of my favorite, and I get it at Walmart. It's clear American, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 caffeine, 0 sodium per serving. So, it does have, the whole bottle has 10 calories, but per serving it's 0. So anyway, I do half water and half this, so it still gives me a little of that, whatever, I don't even know what you call it, gives me flavor to the water, and it also makes me drink more water than what I normally would, because if I just have to drink water, I'd go into dehydration because I don't like it. So this works for me, and I think they're 79 cents at Walmart. They used to be cheaper, but like I said, they have a lot of different flavors. So that's what I do in order to drink more water. And that seems to satisfy me because it still has a little bit of that sparkling, I don't know what you'd call it, sensation, even when you add the water. But it's not so, I can't take that real strong carbonation. It's too much. Drinking a can of pop right out of the can, just... no. So anyway, on those rare occasions where I do drink pop, I mean, this is kind of like pop, but where I drink like Coke or Pepsi or something along those lines, I add water to that too, and ice. So it's just, my taste buds can't handle. I never did, even when I was younger. I used to drink Diet Coke, like that's all I drank was Diet Coke. And I always used to put it on a lot of ice. I never drank it right out of the can. I used to drink, what was it, caffeine-free or something? I don't remember. I haven't drank it in years, except if I ever go out and I have a drink. Sometimes I'll have a rum and Coke and Diet Coke, and then I'll just ask for a side of water if it's too strong. But I hardly ever go out anymore, so now that I'm totally a solo person, I'm not dating. I don't have the desire to date, so, but, you know, occasionally I'll go out with a friend, and they don't drink either, so, but once in a while we'll have an adult beverage if we go to dinner, but most of us will go to lunch. So anyway, I'm going to clean up my kitchen, get my dishes done, finally fold that load of laundry that's still in the dryer, and get that put away, and break down those boxes in the garage, and then I'm going to call it a day. But it was fun making those pickles. It's so easy. You don't waste your food. I'm going to think about getting, I have like 3 dehydrators. They're smaller. The one I use the most I keep out in the laundry room, and it's for small batches. But I think maybe before the harvest comes in, I might consider getting a bigger dehydrator, you know, the square ones with the multiple trays. The ones I have now are round, and you stack them up. They're not expensive. In fact, I got one of them at a thrift store for $15. That was a good deal. I had another one that I liked. It was kind of oblong, but the motor gave out on that, and then I have another round one that I've had for a long time that still works. So, I don't know. I thought to myself, well, running one dehydrator might make more sense than running 3 at a time. So we'll see. I mean, for a small batch, that one is good. For a little bit, a medium-sized batch, one of the round dehydrators works well. But if I have a lot of produce, I would have to run all 3 dehydrators. So anyway, I want to get more into preserving some fresh food. And you can also dehydrate if you have too much stuff in your freezer. You have too much peas and carrots or too much other frozen veggies, you can dehydrate them. You can dehydrate tofu. You can dehydrate all kinds of things and get them sealed up for future you, should you ever need it, because things are getting kind of hot and heavy with, yeah, okay, I'm not going to talk too much about that. It upsets people when I do. And this channel is about feeling good and doing what we can with what we have, and not necessarily focusing on all that bad stuff. Little Lizzie, go outside and bark. Go. Go, go. Go outside. Go see. Go see. Oh, stop. Anyway. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.